When we think of countries that once were one but are now divided, North and South Korea often come to mind. These two nations, though sharing a common history, language, and culture, are now distinct in both identity and governance. But while Korea's story is well known around the world, there are other nations with names so similar, they often cause confusion, and they haven't necessarily been part of the same country. In today's video, we're diving into these pairs of countries that might sound alike, but are in fact distinct in their geography, history, and culture. Let's explore the fascinating stories behind these names and clear up any confusion once and for all. First up are Iran and Iraq, two Islamic nations in the Middle East. At first glance, when hearing the names of these two countries, one might think they are both Arab nations because they share the Islamic faith. However, that's not the case. Only Iraq is an Arab country, with Arabic as its official language. Iraq is home to the ancient Mesopotamian civilization, one of the cradles of human civilization. The name Iraq originates from ancient Arabic, possibly derived from Uruk, an ancient city in Mesopotamia. Iraq was once part of the Ottoman Empire before becoming an independent nation in 1932. In contrast, Iran has its roots in the ancient Persian civilization and possesses a culture distinct from the Arab nations in the region. Iran is predominantly influenced by Shia Islam and is the second largest country in the Middle East, after Saudi Arabia. The name Iran comes from the word Aryan, meaning land of the Aryans. Before 1935, Iran was known to the world as Persia. Both countries are among the largest oil producers globally, significantly contributing to their national economies. Next, let's shift the map slightly north to Central Asia. Here we have Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Stan. It sounds a bit confusing, right? The suffix stan comes from Persian, meaning land or place. It's used to refer to the land or region of a specific group of people. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan were all once part of the Russian Empire and later the Soviet Union. After the Soviet Union dissolved, these countries gained independence in the early 1990s. Meanwhile, Afghanistan and Pakistan have been influenced by various empires and nations throughout history, including the Persian Empire, the Mughal Empire, and the British Empire. These countries share a common Persian cultural heritage, and Islam is the predominant religion. Although they have many cultural and historical similarities, these nations also have distinct differences in language, politics, and economics. In the Caribbean Sea, there are two countries with similar names that can easily be confused: Dominica and the Dominican Republic. The small island nation of Dominica was once a colony of both France and Britain. The name Dominica comes from the Latin dies Dominica, meaning Day of the Lord, because Christopher Columbus discovered the island on a Sunday in 1493. This island covers an area of about 750 kilometers and has a population of only around 72,000 people. Moving about 850 kilometers northwest to the island of Hispaniola is the Dominican Republic. The name Dominican Republic originates from Santo Domingo, the name of the capital and the patron saint of the Dominican order, the first missionaries on the island of Hispaniola. This country was once a Spanish colony. Although both countries have Dominica in their names and are located in the Caribbean, they have different cultural, historical, and linguistic backgrounds. In Africa, there's the world's deepest river, the Congo River. This river in Central Africa flows through two countries that share the name Congo, the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of the Congo. Both countries derive their names from the Congo River. To distinguish between them, the Democratic Republic of the Congo is often referred to as Congo-Kinshasa, after its capital, Kinshasa, while the Republic of the Congo is called Congo-Brazzaville, after its capital, Brazzaville. During the scramble for Africa in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of the Congo were colonies of Belgium and France, respectively, known as Belgian Congo and French Congo. Continuing our journey in Africa, there are also two countries with similar names derived from a river, the Niger River. These countries are Niger and Nigeria. Both nations are located in West Africa. Niger was a former French colony. The name Niger originates from the Berber language, a branch of the Afro-Asiatic languages, with the term Ger en Geren, meaning river of rivers, or flowing river. To the south of Niger lies Nigeria, which was once a British colony. The name Nigeria also comes from the Niger River, with the suffix "ia" added to denote the land associated with the river. Although Nigeria is smaller in land area than Niger, its population is 9 times larger, exceeding 211 million people. Nigeria boasts the largest economy in Africa and is one of the world's leading oil producers. Africa is also home to 3 countries sharing the name Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, and Equatorial Guinea. Guinea and Guinea-Bissau are neighboring countries located in West Africa, while Equatorial Guinea is situated in Central Africa. Before gaining independence, Guinea was a French colony. The name Guinea originates from the Berber language, specifically from Akal en Iguinawan, meaning land of the black people. Guinea-Bissau was once a Portuguese colony. The term Bissau was added to the country's name to distinguish it from its neighbor, Guinea, and it is also the name of its capital city. Equatorial Guinea was colonized by Spain. In this case, the name Guinea also refers to the land of the black people, while equatorial indicates the country's location near the equator. Countries with similar names in Africa often share common borders, leading many to mistakenly believe they are the same country. However, these are distinct nations with different political, cultural, historical, and linguistic backgrounds. Yet, in Africa, there are 2 countries with similar names that were once part of a single nation: Sudan and South Sudan. Sudan and South Sudan are 2 countries in Northeast Africa that were once a unified nation until South Sudan seceded to become an independent country in 2011. Sudan, located in Northeast Africa, was a colony of both Britain and Egypt. It was the largest country in Africa until South Sudan's secession. South Sudan is the world's youngest country. It gained independence in 2011 after a referendum and years of conflict with the Sudanese government, primarily due to issues related to religion, culture, and economics. Another interesting case in Africa is the similarity between Gambia and Zambia. These 2 easily confused countries differ by just 1 letter in their names. Moreover, they don't share any common borders. Gambia is located in West Africa, with a short coastline along the Atlantic Ocean, while Zambia is situated in southern Africa. Both Slovenia and Slovakia are often confused in international events. Within the European Union, diplomats from Slovenia and Slovakia frequently receive misdirected mail or documents due to the similarity in their names. The flags of Slovenia and Slovakia are also sometimes mistaken for each other due to their similar colors and designs. Both feature the colors white, blue, and red. Historically, Slovenia was part of Yugoslavia and gained independence in 1991. The name Slovenia is derived from the ethnic group Slovene, a Slavic people who settled in the region during the Middle Ages. Slovakia was once part of Czechoslovakia and became an independent country in 1993, following the dissolution of Czechoslovakia into the Czech Republic and Slovakia. The name Slovakia comes from the ethnic group Slovak, another Slavic group that has lived in the region since the Middle Ages. Another easily confused case in Europe is Ireland and Iceland. Due to their similar suffix land and the initial sounds in their names, Ireland and Iceland can be easily mistaken, especially by those unfamiliar with European geography. Ireland is an island nation in Western Europe, located to the west of the United Kingdom. It occupies most of the island of Ireland, with the remainder being Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom. Ireland gained independence from the United Kingdom in 1922 after a long struggle. The name Ireland comes from the Old Irish word air, combined with the English word land. Eire is the ancient name of the country, derived from the goddess Eriu in Celtic mythology, who was considered the personification of Ireland. Iceland is an island in northern Europe, situated in the North Atlantic Ocean, close to the Arctic Circle. It lies between Greenland and Norway, much farther north compared to Ireland. Iceland gained independence from Denmark in 1944. The name Iceland means land of ice in English, partly due to the glaciers on the island. This name was given by the Viking settlers who arrived in the 9th century. As we've seen, names can be deceiving. While some countries share similar sounding names, their unique geography, history, and culture set them apart. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights from around the world. See you in the next one.